Hi, everyone. I thanks for your wonderful reports. But my materials are a little simple. I'm Zhang, an urban planner from Beijing, the Beijing branch of China Academy of Urban Planning and Design. It's an honor to participate in today's roundtable forum. The topic of my presentation is affordable housing in China, process, challenges, and prospect. And uh, yeah, as we know, China has a long history of about 1,000 years, but China's housing system that is in line with the international community has only a few decades history. So firstly, let's take a look like the process of the affordable housing in China. I think the time began is from 1978. Yeah, the let's see it. At the beginning, the unit housing welfare system has been implemented in urban housing in China for half a century. The welfare, this time the welfare housing, and the welfare housing has a well attribute of only living, not selling housing, has been established. From the public nature of housing investment, the physical welfare nature of housing distribution, the non-profit nature of housing operation, and the pure administrative nature of housing management. However, during states, the China's housing conditions were relatively poor, like this picture shows. This is a picture of uh, let me find. So the beginning of the from 1988, there's the per capita living from 1978 and to 1988, the per capita housing area is from 6.7 kilometers to 13 square kilometers. And from 1988, the sorry, let's find my speaking. Certain use English to I think China has entered a period of commercialization of housing. The housing marketizing reform began in from 1988. So the period is also known as the dual-track housing system and welfare housing and market-oriented housing. Both this system so from this time, the near affordable housing, the first affordable housing is welfare housing, and now it's near affordable housing. This kind of affordable housing is for it's not like the public housing. So and now the commercial housing community has been formed after the cessation of welfare housing allocation. The government began implementing different housing supply policies for families with different income, providing this one near affordable housing. This is for low and middle income families. The lowest income household rent affordable housing provided by the government units. In 2008, China's housing supply entered a state of diversification this time. And the state council has proposed to accelerate the construction of about affordable housing project, increase support for the construction of low-rent housing, and accelerate the transformation of shanty towns, gradually forming a diversity affordable housing system. With the advance of housing commercialization, housing prices in China are getting higher, and the capital attribute of housing are becoming stronger. So in 2016, Chinese government proposed a goal of housing for living and not for speculation, and began implementing a housing system that combines renting and purchase, built the affordable housing consisting include public rental housing, affordable rental housing, and shared owned housing. By now, the housing area of urban residents in China will exceed 40 square meters. I think but we face a problem of housing as an excessive existence of a large housing stock and structural deficits in China, and the Chinese government has set a development goal for good housing. So, like this picture, the per capita housing from the 6 square kilometers in 1978 to now. So, the achievement of affordable housing in China is great. But I think to the challenge faced by China's affordable housing now, the first problem I want to focus is limited coverage object, like this picture shows. This is the language group we name in China. Yes, the language class group is housing housing group cannot afford to buy a house, but their income is higher than the standard of affordable housing, and they cannot enjoy the benefits of affordable housing. This is the first problem. And second is the regional imbalance. So the picture is China's in migration rate of its city areas. So the red color is a high rate. Lots of people flow from the green color areas to the red areas. So we see the regional imbalance is great in China. Yeah, in some economically underdeveloped areas is a green area. There is an oversupply of affordable housing. Yes, this oversupply. While in the red areas, there's the shortage of supply of the affordable housing. So like Beijing and Shanghai. The third question is the quality issues. So we see some building like old, dilapidated and small housing. In China, we see 老破小. Yeah. So uneven construction quality, some affordable housing has problems such as unreasonable design and poor construction quality, which affect residents' living experience. Also, they lack the supporting public service, like the lack of supporting service of facilities such as education, health care, and transportation around the affordable housing project. So, the last challenge is a financial problem. We know China now in the economic downturn. So the lack of construction funds is the biggest problem. The construction of affordable housing requires a large amount of capital invest, but the local governments face significant financial pressure, making it difficult for funds to be disbursed in a timely manner. So affordable housing project requires large initial investment, long return cycles, low rental income, low enthusiasm for social capital participations, and limited financial channels. And last, I want to say the prospect of the affordable housing in China. Now China lots of authorities institutions have accumulated numerous research and speculative forecast data of China's future population. So this picture left at WPP 2024, different population by age in China in the next decade, in next 1,000 years or 100 years. So although let's see, although the total population of China is decreasing, and this picture right is focused of urban population in China. We say although the total population is down, but the urbanization in China is still increasing. The incremental demand for housing from new urban residents and the improvement demand from old residents will form the driving force for the development of urban housing. I think in the future, the three principles that need to be adhered is first, human-centered, and the second, matching supply and demand, and third, employing policies based on the city's need. And the current socio-economic development in China is facing many problems, and affordable housing is one of them. But I believe that Chinese government knows where the problem lies and has formulated clear plans and implementation plans to promote the achievement of this goal. I think we need to be patient, and there are many things that planner can do in the housing security system that is tailored to each city. So this is my presentation.